morning. Happy Sunday morning, all of my friends and fun people out there on RightAlerts.com. This is a first inaugural trial just to make sure that it's working, but I thought there's a great opportunity this morning for you and I to have a little discussion, because at Right Alerts we talk about things. It's not just one-sided, and let me tell you, this morning, the question that I'm noticing on all the news shows, I've already been on one, I'm going to be on another, they're all talking about this Boston Globe article that came out mentioning about how Donald Trump pays his staff members less, his female staff members, less than the males, and he has less females than he does males. Let's debunk the media bias of this Boston Globe article. Okay, so this is what I love. If you notice, it's in the morning, so I've got my little cue cards that I just finished going on with. Let's talk about these numbers. First of all, let's admit why Hillary Clinton's doing this. Simple. She got caught. She got caught in her own Senate staff. Here's numbers, and I know Hillary likes to run away from numbers. When you look at it, she actually paid within her own Senate staff, when she had the choice, paid women 72 cents for every dollar that a male made within her own Senate office. And she did that the whole time. Now, towards the end, when people realized what was going on, you actually saw that she changed her numbers. Now, the Clinton Foundation currently, oddly enough, paid their top males $218,000 and $218,000, pays the women $153,000. Now, listen, she's only learning from the best. She's actually taking it up off of President Obama, whose own White House, despite this whole idea about the gender gap in women and blah, his own White House, the men are making $56,000 to the women making $40,000. Hypocrisy much? Well, that's what makes this Boston Globe article so interesting. You know, you have to wonder, why does it matter about these lies? Because it talks about the credibility. How many times have you folks been out there and you've seen these candidates sit there and blah, blah, blah on the campaign trail, whether Republican or Democrat or Independent? You've seen them going blah, blah, blah. They get to office and nothing changes. Hillary Clinton can do a fabulous speech. She did one the other night. If you were a Hillary Clinton fan, I mean, you were fist pumping, you were excited. But if you're not, and you actually want to see it for the BS that really was foreign policy, yeah. Did any of you guys get any foreign policy out of that speech? Because I didn't. You realize that the reason why we care about these lies and this hypocrisy, because she's going to continue it on a larger scale if we allow her to be elected into the White House. So let's go over this whole lie about, you know, the women and the Trumps. This article that came out in the Boston Globe was literally, it was comparing data from April. At that point, Clinton had 670 people working for her staff. Now, bring it to just this past month, she already has hired 61 more people. She has 731 people working for her. 731. She already has a bureaucracy in place. You know, they can just move right on into the government. 731. And of them, yes, 16 of them are making $100,000 plus. Now, these are donations people are giving. These are things that are actually folks that are sitting there and they're actually making money, that are donating money, or she's getting PAC funds, or maybe this is her speeches. This is money that people, though, are giving her to get her elected president, not to employ 670 people. Now, what I think is funny about this, not to change the subject, you look at the economy this week. You know, obviously, maybe she's just trying to help President Obama out, because he had a horrendous job growth report that came out yesterday. We added only 38,000 jobs in May. I mean, 38,000 jobs. I think the majority of them were at the Clinton staff. The problem with this is that the economists were forecasting around 160,000 jobs. This is the worst jobs report that we've had in 6 years. Hey, but Hillary Clinton, maybe that's why she's hired so many people. Trump, on the other hand, has only 113 people working for him. Maybe he's hired a few more since the Boston Globe article came out, but 113. Hillary Clinton, on her campaign so far, when this article came out, had spent $2.5 million on salaries alone. $2.5 million. Trump, $635,000. I don't see why. I think he should be praised for this. Isn't this called efficiency? Isn't this called, you're sitting here and you're looking at you're going to compare two staff members, and Donald Trump secured his nomination. He has sat here and he's gone after, beat out 17 other candidates with 1/5 of the staff of the majority of them. And you're going to sit here and criticize him? Now, they're saying men versus women. Listen, they're comparing different offices. They're not actually comparing what the actual people in the offices, whether it's male or female, if they're making the same amount or not, who's paying more. Well, Hillary Clinton's paying more. But I'll give them this. I found it the best part, as I'm seeing all the interviews come across. Hillary Clinton, okay, she's got some problems. She's bad in this area. Trump, okay. Do you know who has the most gender inequality right now amongst the presidential candidates? Bernie. Those people that are feeling the burn, guess what? And this shocked me, because honestly, I thought he would not be this way. The 10 highest paid staff members on Bernie Sanders' campaign, there's not a woman. A single woman. All men. And women are paid, on average, $1,000 less in the Bernie Sanders campaign. Now, he's still spending more than all of them, though, when it comes to this. I mean, hypocrisy. So, I just want to say now, do we have any questions right now? Because I do want to sit here and I do want to take your questions. Do you believe that, we should sit here and criticize Donald Trump because maybe he doesn't have a female campaign manager? I loved it. Should we sit here and criticize Donald Trump? Because, do we actually think that Donald Trump is sexist within his own campaign when you're sitting here looking at the majority of the people that you hear from talking about him are all female and have a lot of respect to say? Is this just another example of the bias in the media right now that's only going to tell you one side of the story against Hillary Clinton, or that's going to be for Hillary Clinton? Thoughts? How much money is Hillary paying you to say about Bernie? No, that's just the facts. I can assure you, I get paid by 0 campaigns. Neither of the campaigns. I never have been paid by a campaign. I will say this. I kind of worry, though, about those folks that automatically think that just if someone's saying something positive about a candidate, it means they're getting paid by that candidate. Yeah. Some people do it just because they believe in it. They believe in the freedom. That's kind of where they come from. That's the reward, is they're actually giving their children a better place. I know that sounds cheesy, but that's kind of where a lot of us get our rewards from. Let's talk about Clinton Cash. Great movie. It is actually coming out, the book. Actually, there's another, the poor Clintons, they had a bad book week. You have Clinton Cash coming out. You also have right now, it's on the top of Drudge Report, so you can go through there and look at them. There's a book coming out from a Secret Service agent that is a tell-all book leading Trump right now. I'm telling you, Trump, it's going to sit here and talk about Hillary Clinton, go into the secrets about Hillary Clinton. There's a lot of tell-alls right now, a lot of people that are ready to come out from it. She does have, you're right, Richard, she does have a history of scandal, corruption, and cronyism, and she's going to take that in the White House. She might sound slick in front of a microphone. What politician doesn't? She's been in politics for, the last 40, 50 years. Maybe there's a reason why on that. Maybe there's a reason why she sounds slick, but her policies don't go with it. Let's see. Yeah, Leslie's right. I mean, I don't understand. We're talking Benghazi, Kettlegate, FBI Filegate, Whitewatergate, there's all these gates. There is more gates in the Hillary Clinton camp than most people have on a farm. She definitely continues to find different scandals, and it'd be different if it was just one we were focused on. But it's not, and I continue, and nothing against to criticize my own media, but I find it interesting just the one-sidedness that you get to say in the stories, just like this story came out in the Boston Globe. I mean, come on, we don't want Hillary, no kidding. Clinton would be the final nail in our country's coffin. Amen to that one. That's a great point, because you look at we survived Obama. I mean, who thought 8 years ago that we were going to survive Barack Obama? I mean, I honestly didn't think that our country would still exist. I know Dinesh D'Souza didn't either, but we have. But I have to tell you, Hillary Clinton's 10 times worse than Barack Obama. I mean, Barack Obama came in, he had charisma, he had hope, but he had no real background. Hillary's coming in where she knows it. She knows exactly how to get her policies through and what to get them through. That's what's dangerous, and she's doing it with kind of like the bobblehead. My buddy Lars Larson actually pointed out that if you've noticed when Hillary speaks, if she nods her head, she bobbles when she wants the crowd to sit there and appreciate her in some way. Applause, laugh, she bobbles her head. So look out for bobblehead Hillary next time she gives a speech. And you'll see. I think Lars Larson's onto something. Happier. We will survive because we are the American people, and you have to have faith and trust. And I say this to those folks. People are like, well, we won't. It will be difficult. Trust me, it will be very scary. You're looking at the economy right now. The bubble is already bursting to a certain extent, slowly starting to leak out air. We're looking at it. There are wages stagnated again, 2.3% range. Our inflation, for those of us in the real world, exceeded 5%. 5%. I can't believe this. You look at, and here's what's really interesting. The jobs that were increased that Obama added in, because you're talking about the economy right now, the jobs that he increased, government and healthcare. Well, duh. So yay, we're enslaving more people to the government. That creates a healthy economy, doesn't it? I think that's kind of called communism to a certain extent. The jobs, though, 15,000 construction jobs were lost last month. 10,000 jobs disappeared in manufacturing. That's scary. Mining and oil and gas jobs fell by 10,000 in May. Hiring peaked for the industry in 2014. Mining totally has lost 207,000 jobs. And Hillary Clinton wonders why West Virginia didn't go for it. It's these numbers right here. I don't understand how Barack Obama, it just shows how bold he is, that he thinks he can go on to the media, he can go on this great economy cheerleading and say we have the best economy we've ever had in 7 years today. Facts don't lie. Numbers don't lie. So, you know what, Bill, you're right. Clintons are more Teflon. People said that it was Teflon Don about Donald Trump being Teflon. Hillary has gotten away with more than I could ever imagine. And that's why it's kind of fun to see. I really actually kind of wish that Bernie would hit a little bit harder on some of these issues. But then again, here we speak. Romney didn't even hit Obama when it came to Benghazi, and that was just days around that debate. So, folks, I've got to run. I'm going on HLN talking about the same thing. I kind of wanted to give you a preview. And then I will be on CNN all this afternoon covering Puerto Rico that came in for Hillary Clinton. And I'm going to try to make sure that I can bring up some of the points that we talked about tonight. Thank you for your following of Right Alerts. Absolutely love it. Tell me if you like this. We're going to try to start doing these a little bit more focused. This was the first one, kind of trying it out. I do want to leave you because it is Sunday and I am going after this straight to church. I do want to leave you because I get criticized a lot here on Sunday morning for being involved in politics and talking church. You know what? There's no separation of church and state in the Constitution, so I actually combine it a lot. And one comment that I think I'm actually ordered as a woman of faith, it says, Psalms 33:12, blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord, and the people whom he hath chosen for his own inheritance. That means we have to stay vigilant, folks. If you're a person of faith, it is your God. So have a blessed Sunday, and we will try this again. And thank you for watching. Turn into HLN here, top of the hour. Talk to you later.